I have somebody who I very much follow. I pay attention to. She be kicking butt and taking names on her lives on a regular basis. And the reason why I like her so much is not only is she a great networker. I think that that's one of her greatest assets is that she's always aligning herself with great people in order to do business. But I think that is really dope to see her holding people accountable financially. I got my friend Ericka Williams in the building.
What is good?
What's going on, E?
Welcome, everybody. This is Ericka Williams from the Classic Climb.
She in the end, you know what? I didn't even have to fly her here. That's how dope she is that she just tap in and be like, "Hey, I'm coming through. What's happening?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be in town. So what's happening?"
Man, I just spoke at a really great conference. They paid me. They flew me out.
Yeah, that's what's up.
They paid for my hotel. So I said, I guess, if I got to come, I come. But it was a great conference because I spoke about data and investing in Detroit.
Yeah, you know, anytime you want to come to the D, I'm always I'm gonna send you a flight and I'm gonna keep you in the best hotel.
Listen, I come to party. Now, Detroit, y'all for the next 3 weeks got nonstop
Yeah,
festivals.
we do.
Man, I said,
It's
I'm
always
leaving
busy
today.
here. It's always busy. It's crazy. And that's why I put my office right here downtown because I need to be in the middle of everything.
We in the Bat Cave right now.
Yeah, we in the back cave, so that's where I shoot all of my content over there and stuff like that. So how you feel, E?
Man, I'm super thrilled. Like I didn't know what the conference was going to be like. I thought, man, it's going to be just a bunch of real estate agents, but it was actually a good turnout. It was like 150 people, and they were like actively listening. And I think they're actively listening is because the market changed on them. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real
Yeah,
estate
that's
agent, you
true.
just I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
And now the market changed. You got to hear some different perspectives.
yeah, it's different because it's funny. I see people wash out in real estate on a regular basis, and it don't matter what part of the industry you're in, right? Whether you in wholesaling or wholesaling is not, obviously is affected, but a lot of times these people think that they can be fly by night or they can just see somebody and do it, and they're not necessarily got have the chops for it. So, for example, with the interest rates raising so much, it really created a dynamic to where if you look at what was going on in 2021, everybody was getting those low interest rates, those, 3.5 and all of that. But then now it's still kind of a seller's market because nobody wants to actually sell a property
Right.
because then they got to buy another property and they still got to get them high interest rates. What is the market or what do you see the market being across? Because you travel a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
So, like, if you look at what's going on in Dallas, what you see what's going on in Atlanta, Florida, in a general sense, like, what do you think that things look like from a real estate perspective? And if you had to guess, if somebody put a gun to your head and they said, "Hey, what do you think the market is going to be like in the next 3 to 4 years?" What would you say that
Hella
is?
rich.
Yeah.
I'm not even fronting on y'all. Like the dynamic. My whole speech this past weekend, my whole speech was y'all are not paying attention to the age bomb hitting us, and the fact that people felt like I just missed the wealth transfer. I'm in Austin, Texas. November 2020, you could get a house for 246,000. That
Really? Austin is
246,000.
crazy with their market
Now,
prices.
even I think it was November 2022, the average house is 460,000. So I'm meeting the reason Austin
Wow, that's like an
has so many
80%
man,
appreciation.
you double basically almost.
Yeah.
So all the people you meet in Austin, there's a lick, and I told y'all this lick. I'm gonna give it to y'all for free. I'm gonna give it to his audience. But right now, all these people are doing conferences in Austin because they know that's where people got that. They
Yeah.
got a HELOC, they got equity. They need to do something with the money.
Yep.
So here's the lick that was going on in Austin. The reason you'll meet so many wealthy Latinos in Austin is they were helping each other out. They got a version of him 500 that's Latino, man. It's crazy.
Really?
Yes,
And we
it's
don't
crazy.
even be knowing
We
about
don't
that
even be
stuff.
knowing it, right? And so then he was like, get your credit right. Go over to new construction. Put 1,000 down with the builder. Take the basics, whatever the basics option is. And Bank of America had to give out this down payment assistance.
Yeah.
Now, why did Bank of America have to do that? Because Bank of America keeps getting lawsuits for being racist
Yep.
or doing subprime loans when they don't need to. So Bank of America's like, yo, we got to give this money out. We got to give you 17,000. So the kid gets 17,000. They only put 1,000 down. They close on the house. Bank of America either helps with the closing costs or you come out of your pocket with the $3,000 closing costs. So these people were getting in a house, waiting 6 months, get a second house. And now Bank of America would be like, well, what are you doing that for? Oh, it's my investment property. We still gonna give you a portion of the down payment assistance, not the full. So these kids were racking up two houses, but by the third, they either had to put their parents in it or somebody else on
Yeah.
the And so you meeting Latinos who are, again, the big age bomb y'all don't want to talk about in America is 20% of all white people are 65 years old or older.
That's crazy to think about.
And the medium age of black people is 33. Medium
So
age for
they're aging
Latino is 32.
Wow.
So that's why when y'all come online, you're like, why everybody talking about mating and dating all the time? We got a young generation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And we don't think about it. We think of Atlanta and some of these older places where black people been for a while. Nah. We got a young generation, and like the Latino kids is paying attention. Like, hey, I'm not gonna be like my parents. I'm not gonna work like a dog. Like, I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna get a house.
Yep.
The number one housing location right now in America for home ownership for Latinos is Jacksonville, Florida.
I didn't know that. Jacksonville, Florida is
hecka black.
Yeah, it's a black. It's because I just flew out of Jacksonville. Well, I just flew into Jacksonville, and I actually hate flying into Jacksonville from here because there's no direct flights over to Jacksonville, Florida from here. But yeah, when I went to Jacksonville, Florida, it was largely a population of black people that was there.
Number one in the United States for Latino home ownership.
Do you think that that's because everybody is being pushed up also from southern Florida because it's becoming unaffordable?
For sure.
And Miami and all of those places down there?
Well, also too, it's like people go where there's family, people go where there's their community. What's needed in every city? Repairs, housing. Like, if y'all understand how powerful the next 4 years, you will see Latino Americans who do construction or anything related to construction be some of the wealthiest people in America. Right now, I have black people I know in Texas and in Louisiana. O'Neill, shout out O'Neill Parker. They own roofing companies.
Yeah.
All their workers are Hispanic. The men don't care.
Wow.
Do you pay me?
Yep.
I'll work for you.
Yep.
I don't care. This is about money and skill. And we got it. And they know they got it. And here's the crazy part. In Texas, I work with several Latino people because there's a service business I'm working on. I ain't gonna talk about it here because I don't want that drama.
I got you.
And the guys are like, our own people rip us off. Because we'll come here and they know we don't have the English, we don't have this. They'll put us all in a house together, be like 10 people in a house. How can you complain? How do you have pay stubs? That's why they go work at the restaurants.
Yeah.
So they can have the pay stubs.
Dang,
Until they can get themselves in their own little location.
Yeah.
And then get the little, starter Bank of America credit card. Then they move out and do their own thing.
Do you think that I was listening to one of your live streams the other day. Well, I listen to your live streams all the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I love it when you're in the car.
Because I be cutting up. I be having to calm down.
Okay, so before I even get to that, some of the questions that I have for the live stream, because I want to talk about the market in Atlanta. I also want to talk about something that you were saying about people that they feel like they're going to move to a city like Atlanta and they're going to just automatically come up without the work ethic or stuff like that, right? I want to get into that. But what is it about the car that does it for you as far as like, it's like that's your spot. Like for me, is sitting in a studio or sitting in one of these chairs. For you, it's just like the car. What is it about the car that just does it for you? I'm
going to transition to the studio this year because we got a new place. But what happened is when you first started doing YouTube videos years ago in the car, I was a real estate agent. And then I was a property manager. So I had to go between 2 different property locations.
Oh, so it was
They
convenience.
made me go between 2 properties, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I would drive from Austin to like Killeen to go check on this property. And so it was like in the car was like this thing. And people like, man, Texas got great Wi-Fi. You drove all the way to Dallas doing a show, right?
That's pretty insane.
And the thing of it is like, I would just hop in the car and I'd be off a phone call or something. It'd be fresh on my mind. Like I got ADHD, so I have to write down notes. So when people are like, oh, I love the studio, I'm like, give me the mic. Let's go.
I can do it anywhere.
Let's go.
I can jump on a live stream anywhere. Yeah.
Because it's up here
Yep.
and I'm just trying to transfer it out.